Without ever seeing a 4,000-ton wagon inches away from me, I fully crossed the tracks with my body. But my back wheel was still on the tracks. At school, a friend of mine was handing out some party invites. She explicitly told me I have to come. I usually keep more to myself, so I rarely attend these events, or get invited for that matter. It was obvious a lot of people are going to be there, which makes me nervous. I immediately started thinking of an excuse of why I won't be able to make it. On the day of the party, I texted my friend I can't come. I told her I have to look after my dog. She refused to believe me and insisted I come. My parents were actually home, so it was a lie. She somehow convinced me. After all, it was her birthday celebration. It was only right I go to at least say happy birthday to her. At 6 p.m, it was time for me to go. I got my bike and went on my way. I was really nervous, so I put on headphones and played music with volume all the way up. I have a list of songs that hype me up when I go to crowded places. I was telling myself, it's going to be fun, I just have to relax and go with the flow. I was feeling great, but I didn't expect that feeling is the reason my life is about to change. Drastically. I was coming close to a busy intersection. While riding my bike, I was dancing to the loud music. I checked right and saw an empty road. I checked left and saw a car coming fast towards me. By then I was already on the road. I suddenly hit the brakes, which only made it worse because now I was in the direct way of the car. With no time to move, I saw the car stopping, but by then it was already too late. The car bumped me and I fell on the floor. Luckily, there was no damage on the car, and except for a scrape on my arm, I walked away fine. I knew it was my fault. When the driver came out, he apologized and I did the same. The accident wasn't bad, so after a few minutes we both moved on with no hard feelings. That was my warning. I should have turned the music off and focused on traffic. Clearly it wasn't enough. I put my headphones back in and turned the volume as loud as it goes. That was the beginning of my downfall. I kept riding like nothing happened. I was getting closer to an unguarded railway, not even acknowledging it. Knowing I'm getting close to the party, I was getting more and more nervous. I was really only thinking about the music, trying to gain my confidence. Without realizing, I was riding on the unguarded railway tracks. I didn't check any direction for a passing train. While I was riding past the tracks, the train was full speed ahead, directly towards me. It was honking the whole time, and I heard it. I heard the screeching wheels on the rails. I even felt the track shake. I was so delusional, I thought it was all a part of the song. Not once did I glance in any direction, checking if maybe there is a train on the tracks. Without ever seeing a 4,000-ton wagon inches away from me, I fully crossed the tracks with my body. But my back wheel was still on the tracks. I woke up in a hospital bed without any knowledge of what happened. I saw the doctor looking at me, with a very sad expression on his face. I couldn't feel my legs. I was terrified. But I still had hopes the doctor will have some good news for me. I was wrong. I was in a lot of pain, but haven't grasped the magnitude of the situation. I knew I was hurt, but never expected to hear what I heard next. The doctor told me I broke my back. He said my injury can't be treated, and I will most likely never walk again. I couldn't wrap my mind around the words coming from his mouth. I never thought something like this would happen to me. I was just waiting to wake up from this horrible nightmare. But I never did. This was now my reality. I am paralyzed from waist down. For the first month, every morning when I opened my eyes, I forgot about the accident and thought I was fine. But I soon realized I can't feel my legs. This made me feel terrible. I was crying days on end. People offer me help when I don't want it, but quickly I find out I desperately need it. That makes me so angry. I can't do anything on my own. My parents visit me with smiles on their faces, but I can see they are barely holding back their tears. I was blaming my friend, whose birthday it was, saying it was her fault because she insisted on me coming to the party. I knew it was wrong, but in that moment, life felt so meaningless. I just didn't care. I fell in a deep, dark hole of depression. Luckily, I decided to change that. It's been 2 years since my accident. Although I regret everything from that night, my life is starting to look better. My friends and family are still by my side, offering me support, and I infinitely love them for that. I also took my time to apologize to my friend, making sure she knows it's not her fault. Thank God she had the heart to forgive me. I am getting used to this. I am glad I managed to stay alive. I am beyond grateful for every second I get to spend on this beautiful planet.